Hi there, everybody. It's Dave from Ashley Stone again, and I'm chatting today with Steve Costa. Steve is an acupuncturist that works locally, and we're doing these chats during the lockdown period so people can get to know local businesses, what they do, and how they are still trading in these times. So today, hi Steve, thanks for doing this.
Hi Dave, thanks for inviting me.
No, you are more than welcome. Now, we were having a bit of a chat beforehand, and you specialise in acupuncture and Tui Na. Now, I had to write down Tui Na to make sure I pronounced it right. So what's the difference between the two, or what is Tui Na and acupuncture?
But Tui Na is, we often call it Chinese massage, but it actually means push-pull. Okay. So it's exactly the same as acupuncture, same theory behind it. So we're still dealing with energy. But it's there's no needles, so I'm using massage techniques. But there's a little bit more depth to it than that. So it's more, there's a bit of physio, bit of osteopathy, bit of chiropractic. There's a bit of, it's how we manipulate the body's energies, but without needles. So if anyone's afraid of needles, it's perfect.
Okay. So what do people come to you for acupuncture or Tui Na? So is it specific things, or is it a lot of different things?
Well, everything really. Okay. So acupuncture and Tui Na, or just Chinese medicine as a whole, will deal with everything, because we're dealing with energy. So when energy is out of balance, so energy, we call it chi. When chi is out of balance, you have illness or disease. And of course, then you get things like, if you fall over and hit your head, then that's what's causing the pain. But we can help with the recovery or any sort of tissue damage or muscle stuff and or joints. But my main areas of speciality is pain management. So deal a lot with back pain, neck pain, migraines, arthritis, anything involving long-term chronic pain. Because unfortunately, people in general, all of us, we just put up with pain, don't we?
We do.
And then we take pills, it doesn't go, and then we go to the doctor, it doesn't go. So unfortunately, then they come see me. I'm the last person they come and see. So by then, it's usually chronic pain, and also specialise in fertility stuff. So I do help women with go for their IVF, and I see a lot of women who have PCOS, endometriosis, and other sort of menstrual type problems. And I specialise in cancer care. So one of the other things I do is I volunteer at Macmillan Hospital. I'm an acupuncturist up there. So I see a lot of people. I don't try and cure cancer, but I help people through their chemotherapy, radiotherapy, hormone therapy. And we get a lot of people who have finished their treatment, they're in remission, and they come back for, the stuff that they're left with, So often people are put on drugs to manage their cancers, but they've obviously got side effects. So acupuncture really helps with that type of stuff as well.
I'm a great believer in the alternative medicines. I think I'm not having to go to the NHS.
Well, but there's a real place for it, Dave. I mean, I don't like to call it alternative, okay. So we call it complementary.
Rather than alternative comedy like in the 80s. Okay, is it just complementary?
Yeah, I'm not like the Ben Elton of acupuncture. So I believe in Western medicine,
yes.
And part of my studying is Western. So I understand Western medicine. And I understand how to look out for red flags and things like that. And so rather than try and substitute Western medicine with Eastern, we try and use it together.
Marry them together. Get the best
so I don't tell people not to take medicine.
Yeah.
But obviously, all medicines will have a side effect. So we help people get on with those medicines.
Makes sense.
Sometimes, we're on stuff that we shouldn't be on. So we can... help people with that as well.
Okay, that's fair. So obviously Chinese medicines is what you specialise in with the acupuncture and tree. Now, how did you get into it? So have you always been an acupuncturist? What did you do originally?
I haven't always been an acupuncturist. I originally I worked in the city. I worked as an insurance broker, and I did that for 17 years. And I hated it. It was the dullest job I've ever done in my life. And the irony is that when I was at school, maths was my worst subject, and for some reason I ended up in a financial career. So, but you know how you get caught up in a job. It paid well. But when I was in my 30s, the thought of doing that for the rest of my life was just abhorrent. It was making me ill. It was affecting my mental health. So at the same time, I was studying martial arts. I do Wing Chun Kung Fu, which obviously that's how I know you, Dave, because
it is.
We've been training together.
Yeah.
And through that, I got more interested in the energy side of martial arts, and I also got involved and interested in healing. And it just became obvious to me at a certain time that that's what I should be doing. I really wanted to do some, that old sort of saying, do a job you love, you'll never work again.
Yes. Yep.
That's what I wanted, and thankfully that's what I've got. So I was interested. I hated my job. I was interested in energy and that, and then I remember I was sitting at my mum's kitchen table, thinking, what can I do? And I had a light bulb moment, and I thought, I'm going to be an acupuncturist, and that's what I did. And that didn't happen overnight. That was years of turmoil.
So where did you train then? So there's an acupuncturist school?
Yeah, there are acupuncture schools. There's a few in the country, and I went to one in London called the London College of Traditional Acupuncture. Right. It's no longer around, but it's resurrected in the city now. It's called the City College of Acupuncture, but it was originally the London College of Traditional Acupuncture, and I studied a BSc honours degree in acupuncture.
Okay, excellent. So I said that we were doing local business. Where are you based? Where's your practice?
I'm currently in Westcliff. I'm down St Helens Road in Westcliff, which is between Milton Road and Hamley Court Road. Yeah. But I've been acupuncturist now for 10 years, and I've always worked in this area. I've worked in Leigh. I've worked in Westcliff in different areas. So it's always been. It's always been great to work in my own, where you live. Yeah. So I love helping the community, really.
Yeah, no, that's good. So if people want to come and see you and have a chat about any ailments they have or how you can help them, I'll put your website on the line. How's best to get hold of you?
Go via the website, stevecostaacupuncture.co.uk. And anyone's welcome to phone me, email me, text me, and I'm really open to talking about acupuncture. No one has to come and see me if they don't want to come, but I'll always try and help people. So if anyone's got any questions about what I do and if I can help them, I'm always happy to talk about it.
Now, I've seen you for acupuncture because I suffer with my back, and I put that out, and I came to see you, and I'll be honest, I was a little bit nervous because you think about these needles, but they are so thin, so fine. I was amazed that I didn't have a clue how many were actually in me, if you like. Yeah. So it's to put anyone out there that's really, really nervous about it. I didn't feel them at all. I even got my mother-in-law to come and see you as well, and she had it, and she said it wasn't painful. So it's I think it's a really good thing to try.
Yeah. Well, I think people have got this image of, like looking like a porcupine, or like that guy, the pinhead in Hellraiser. But we use a minimal amount of needles. I probably use about 12 needles per person. They're all single use, so 100% sterile, and then they go straight to the sharps and they're disposed of after. As you said, Dave, the needles are very small and they're hair thin. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's like you do feel something, but it's not pain.
No, it's not pain at all. I was completely with not pain at all. Steve, thank you for having a chat with me. I hope some people find this interesting and may get in contact if they've got any ailments so we can help them out.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. I appreciate it.
Cheers, thanks.